Hi guys, this is a little tutorial to help you with the levitation project that is coming up. It is due February 27th. Hopefully you've started on it. Once you have, this should give you a little guidance on how to edit those photos together. It's very similar. It's almost exactly like your multiplicity process. And let me go ahead and share my screen. I will walk you through the levitation practice assignment that we had a couple weeks ago using those pictures. But you would use the same exact steps with your own photos in order to complete this project. So I'm going to go here to levitation practice. I'm going to download this picture of Galilea. She is on the ladder. And I'm going to download my establishing shot, which remember should be the first shot that you take of your background with nothing there. You set up your tripod. You take that photo of your background before you place yourself in it. And I will walk you through that in Pixlr. So we're here in Pixlr. You're going to go ahead and open image. I'm going to open up my establishing shot, my background image right here. And so you'll see that in the layer panel here. And then I'm going to go to add image. I'm going to add the image of Galilea on the ladder just over it. Size that down so that it matches exactly. And just a reminder, the way we see if it is lining up exactly is by lowering the opacity of this layer to see the layer underneath it. So line this up. It might be a little off. I don't recall if I used a tripod or not with this. So let's see, I'm going to use my my back wall as sort of a guide to see if they line up or not. And it looks like they're lined up right there. Change my opacity back to normal. So if I were Galilea, I would have done those two steps, but I'm going to go in here with my top layer selected, that layer I had just placed on top. I'm going to use my cutout mask tool, my draw mask, and remove from mask. And if I go in, all I have to do is erase the ladder or whatever you end up standing on, something safe, I hope, right? You're just going to erase that ladder. I would also go in and spend more time erasing this bottom orange layer just to sort of match up the lighting a little bit better. But that is basically it as far as your steps. Everything else everything else requires just a little bit of cleanup. I would add a drop shadow, and I'll go ahead and remind you how to do that. And I'm just going to erase this layer, leaving Galilea looking like she's floating. Again, I probably would have asked her to rise up on the ball of her foot to kind of make her look like she was actually levitating. I'm just going to go ahead and crop. I'm going to merge down. I'm going to crop this, make it look a little cleaner. I'm going to add that drop shadow. In order to do that, I go over to my layer panel. I'm going to add an empty layer. So add empty layer, and we're going to use our draw tool here, similar to all of those clone stamp and drop shadow exercises we did a couple weeks ago. Use that draw tool here. I'm going to use a smaller brush than that, a little lower opacity. Whoops. And I'm going to make sure that top color right there on the swatch is black. I'm going to paint over Galilea. Doesn't have to be exact, just really her shape. And I need to make sure I do my umbrella as well. Got my umbrella. From here, I'm going to click on this feature here, the arrange tool in that top left corner. It looks like a little arrowhead. Click on that. And I'm going to flip this vertically to see if I like it. I'm going to click on free right here, which is going to allow me to sort of free transform it whichever way I want. I'm going to make it look like my light source is coming from this direction over there. Let's see. And I'm going to lower my opacity a lot. It should be very subtle. but you can put that shadow wherever you want it. Again, I'm just going to leave it like that. That looks fine. It looks better than nothing. And I added an element in Schoology right here that just to remind you, if you want to use elements to sort of enhance your photo or to add to whatever feel you're going for, I added these leaves here. I figured she'd be blowing away because it's a blistery day. Where's Pixlr? And I'm going to go to, I'm going to flatten that. I'm going to go to add image and I'm going to add those leaves. Something like that would be fine. You'll answer that. Anyway, that is how you put those photos together, and hopefully that helps. Bye.